Hey everybody, welcome to Pure Snowrunner. Caught me in the act. Welcome back if you're a repeat offender. Uh, Today I'm going to do we only have two left. I'm going to do this one. Long logs to the contribution. Words are hard. Contribution to farm restoration. There's a log station right here, which is about as close as you can get. Two long logs. Uh, there's just enough to get that done. The 6 wooden planks, I'm not going to do any of these wood framing things. I am actually going to drive over to the sawmill to get the wooden planks that I had left over there. So that's where we're at right now, and we're off. I'm going to do the planks first, and then we'll do the logs. Or I'll do the logs. And y'all can ride with me. So this is how I get the we thing. We will do this mission. So I said I wasn't going to have time to do one on a Friday, but actually I'm squeezing one in here. I'm actually going to skip breakfast, so I have time. And this one shouldn't take too long to get across the back. So yes, it is Friday the 22nd of August. Y'all won't see this until sometime at the end, toward the end of October. I think I just uploaded the last one, so I don't remember. Don't quote me on that exact date. It'll be right around the same time in October. 20 something. So as of today, real day, I got my promotion to a new position yesterday, the 21st. It made it official yesterday. So I'm happy about that. As of now, I haven't actually. I don't step into the role until after the holidays. By the holidays, I mean Labor Day. So it'll be about another week. A little over a week. Well, which I'm fine with. One more week. So. And it's a lateral roll, meaning the pay is going to stay the same, but it will go up. I won't lose anything by switching positions. So I'm happy with that. So yeah, because we made those planks with the long logs back at the beginning of this, and I don't think the last one, oops, yeah, this one doesn't need any planks. We need medium logs and long logs. That mission will actually be pretty quick too. So the last two of these are gonna go by pretty fast. If I can get my lazy butt out of bed at early enough tomorrow morning, I might actually get that one recorded in the morning before the hustle and bustle begins in my house. You know how it is. Everybody comes up and they're wearing tap shoes and stuff, and dropping things in the hallway, and they can never just get up and quietly move about. They have to just let everybody know that they're awake. It's one of those things. I wake up because I get up earlier than everybody. I tiptoe around, make sure that I'm quiet, don't wake anybody, don't disturb anybody. Not the same when the rest of the house wakes up. They want to make sure that nobody else is still sleeping. Well, whatever, it is what it is. They don't wake me up because I'm already awake, so I'm not too concerned. Yeah, and with the long logs being right there by the whatchamacallit, this mission shouldn't take too long. And then the timed stuff. How many timed wins are on this one? 2. Quarry race. Oh, great. That means we get to drive around in the quarry. And then a cliffhanger race. Ooh, that looks treacherous. Hey! See, I didn't even go through this part of the map. That's all rock ledges and you got waypoints you gotta get. What? What am I gonna? Oh man, I don't know what I'm gonna use for that. Again, I've not done any of these. At some point in when I was playing these games, every time I went through, I never did those. And I know this is one of those points where I didn't do any of these missions. Because you don't have to. I mean, and I'm not. When I was playing, I wasn't too concerned. Just playing. I wasn't too concerned about the 100%. But with streaming or recording or whatever you want to call it, uploading these videos, I want to make sure I get everything. Got to go for the gold. So if I don't get gold, I got to keep going again. So there's 2 on this one, 2 on the other one. So there's only 4. That shouldn't be too difficult. Hopefully. But the ones you think, oh, this one won't be bad, are terrible. Alright, 6 wooden planks. We can get them on this trailer. One on the thing, but I know we have extras, but I'd rather have too many than not enough, you know what I'm saying? I'm just going to go back the way I came. There's no sense in going across the super rough terrain. Let me get this pressed down and I'll open up the map. Okay. So we're there. And we got to go here. So we're literally diagonally across the map. And if you can drive most of it asphalt versus going through this way or across this bridge, coming in this way, you got to come through the swamp and get through this bad area over here. I'm just going to go all the way around. So and again, there's just enough logs because it's not an unlimited log location. There's just enough long logs in that location to fulfill our needs. So but yes, if you have any questions or comments or whatever, feel free to ask them down below. I will get back to you as soon as I can. If you're new to the channel is all Snowrunner. Hence the name of the channel, Pure Snowrunner. I know initially I was going to do this without mods, but I just enjoy it this way. You play it any way you want. If you like mods, use them. If you don't like mods, don't use them. It's not like I'm using giant limousines and with 18,000 wheels on them and stuff like that. These are actually work trucks, and they're in-game trucks, first of all. These games are available to buy. Or these vehicles, sorry. These vehicles are available to buy in the store. This is just a upgraded version of those vehicles. I gotta turn this down. So, the Voron D, in case you're wondering. Oh, I need a thumbnail. perfect thumbnail. If I can get the camera to act up right. Yeah, this will work. Turn the wheel. Oh, why do you gotta do that? Why you gotta do? I gotta get it in the right spot. Hold on, I gotta get my snipping tool up so I catch it. There we go. That'll work. Almost forgot to grab the thumbnail. Oh, and of course it's gotta be a long title. 1 second. Alright, we got it. Now we can roll on. But yeah, so in case you're wondering what vehicle, I was pushing the wrong way. It's the Volron D53233 JBE edition. If you're looking for it in the mod menu anyway. But you can buy this truck. It's just, with this version of it, you get a few extras. You get different tires, like these fatties on the front and back. I'm trying to get the camera to be cooperative. It's because of that crane, is what it is. The tires are fatties. They're studded. They're ready to go. They're good for all terrains. So this would have been an alright location to get a thumbnail too, but sometimes the big fat tires do get in the way though. I just like the way they look. It reminds me of a monster truck in a way. It doesn't sit any higher, I don't think, than a stock. This does have a lifted suspension, but and then an off-road transmission, so you can use it in different ways, and it does help to use the different gear positions. I'm gonna need to change the time of day. There we go. I try to keep a date time for you all. Sometimes I get so involved into the game that I forget to change the camera or change the time of day. I don't realize that it's actually getting darker because your eyes just automatically adjust to the lighting because it's gradual. It's not like, wow. That's why when I turn it right to bright, it's like, wow, it was that dark. You know, you just don't realize it. And like I was talking about on the last, I think it was the last episode, last mission, contract, video, whatever you want to call it. I think I am just going to build a new PC as opposed to giving up my current PC for a period of time because I don't want to go without a PC. So I will use this one because it does still work, and I will try to save up money to get my other one built, because I am not a rich person. I have bills just like everybody else. Luckily, I'm not a credit card person, so I don't have those payments. I don't use credit cards. Although I do have an Amazon account that I buy things on, but I try to keep that to a minimum as I pay the balance when the bill comes, so I don't have an outstanding balance. And basically you have your, I have some Prime Video channels and stuff that I have on mine. So I do have a monthly bill that I have to pay, and if I buy random, oh, I fell off. I don't know how I unhooked that, but I didn't realize I unhooked the thing. So you do get your. I don't pay by the year. I pay by the month. I know it's stupid. I should be paying by the month or by the year, but um, I do have Prime channels that I pay for. Um, so I do watch a lot of movies. Between movies and different TV programs, because I don't actually watch TV. I call it TV. It's like your local stuff. I don't watch any of that. Weather, news. I have my phone for weather. News to me is sad, and not knowing is better than knowing, I guess, in some ways. So I don't watch news. I hear about what's going on, but I don't have to watch it. But like, I have Netflix, Hulu, Vudu, all the different streaming platforms. So I have those bills, but I don't have a credit card bill. Like some people have multiple credit cards. You have credit cards that pay off other credit cards, and then now you got 2 credit card bills, which doesn't make any sense. Some people get into I don't even know what to call it. You get into a trap, essentially. Like I said, I keep it to if I do buy anything on Amazon, I am sure to have the cash to back it up once the once the bill comes. I pay in full. Last thing you want to do is have an outstanding balance, and then you got 30% interest or whatever the hell the interest rate on Amazon is. It's freaking insane on your outstanding balance. So if you pay it in full, then you don't have to worry about all that. And always pay the bill early, so that you don't get any late fees or anything like that. I was trying to save up for a motorcycle, so it's like a little bit of both. You know what I'm saying? Alright, we're going to cut this way. I hope I can go that way. Oh, yeah. Here. See here. Alright, so 6 things, and then I got to grab... I'm just only going to use one long log trailer. I'm not going to piggyback anybody, because it's so close. So once we get this done, I'll recover this out, because I won't even need this trailer anymore. And a truck or trailer, for that matter. Because it's logs on the next one. So you don't need this trailer and truck for logs. I was thinking long planks, but I think that's coming up soon enough. We don't have any long planks yet. Or mediums in the game. A spoiler alert. I forget when those even arrive into the game. They're blended in. But I did notice something. I'm not going to say anything. Nope. I'm going to keep my mouth shut. I'll talk about it when we get to the next map. Excuse me. But it is finally Friday. Woo woo. I'm happy about that. I like my weekends. I don't hardly record on weekends, but just because it's usually noisy around my house, and it doesn't do me any good to try. Crane, back cargo. Otherwise, I could take a whole day and just record. I don't know why I'm doing this. Attach and recover and get rid of that. And we're gonna grab. I'll find it. This one. Let's go. All right, because we don't need no structs anymore. So we're gonna go. And if you notice, I did go through and delete all these other ones that had the what do you call it, crafting areas. I don't need them anymore because we're doing logging missions. So why would you need a fuel tankers and all these other things? It's just more vehicles to try to cycle through to get where you actually need to go. Should we drive down this waterfall? Let's go this way one time. Just see how bad it is. That's not really a waterfall. It's more of a mudslide. Part of the river, I guess. Well, she's getting deep. There's a thumbnail. Where's the loss? Good thing for the snorkel, huh? Not for the faint of heart. Only the strong survive. But yeah, I'd love to be able to record on weekends. Just take a whole day and just pound them out. If I could record for 12 hours straight, just stop on new video, new missions. I think in 12 hours you could knock out a pretty good chunk of the game. But then I would burn through it too fast, I think. You know, I'd be too far. It's like, I'm 8 months ahead. I don't even have to do anything now. You know? I don't like to get that far ahead just because of the fact that, well, that's another way. I was talking about having to be ahead so that if I had to give up my PC, now I don't have to worry about that. I'm just going to keep grinding. But not going to get too far ahead. Right now I'm close to 2 months ahead. And that's, yeah, so we have, it says 3 logs left, which is just enough to fill the log thing back up. It's weird that 3 logs is all you need to put on the trailer to make a full load of logs. Alright, let's get the, yeah, we can go this way. And that way. That three measly logs is enough to, fill it up. Well, she's pretty deep, though. Stick a little bit lower gear. Maybe we won't be spinning so much. Now that's a thumbnail. Turn your lights on, Chief. Except I don't need the, that might actually be a pretty good thumbnail. Yeah, you know what? I'm going to use this one as a thumbnail for the video. If I could get my camera back just a little bit. Yeah, that. Turn this wheel like this. You know what? Let's get rid of that little blue dot. That way that won't be on there. Sorry, I gotta take a little bit more exciting thumbnail for this picture. Sorry, for this video. But I am gonna shorten up the title a little bit so I don't have to type so much in. Now we're good. Sorry about that. It just, I think, makes a better thumbnail. Do y'all even look at the thumbnails? Can I ask that question as a serious, actual question? When it comes to videos, if you're already a subscriber, probably not so much, right? But if you're new to the channel and it pops up or you see it on the side, like, what the hell is he doing? Is that Snowrunner? You know what I mean? Like I said, I used to watch a guy on Twitch that played Snowrunner, and he was not very good at this game, and he ended up giving it up. But I mean, I don't know how you cannot be good at this game, or you know what I mean? I don't know. It does help that I've already played all these maps, so they're not new to me. And when I get to a new map, I do the same thing that I do when I play on here. I go do all the towers. I don't even know when the new map's coming out. Season 15 or 16 or whatever it is. Alright, so we got the long logs, last ones. 3 more to go, and we'll be done with this one. It wasn't so bad. Half an hour. Just over. It's always, this game is one of those games, it's like, well, it's just this. It won't take that long to do. We'll bust right through it. 2 hours later, it's like, God dang, I didn't think it was going to take that long. You know? It's funny how this game works. They got you hornswoggled. They got you thinking that it's only going to take X amount of time to do something. And then all of a sudden, you know, you tip over, you get stuck. A lot of it's tipping over and losing your load. That's one thing about this game that they get you. Here we are again with the bright, or the darkness. Now it's really bright, sorry. But, yeah, thumbnails. Does it really matter? I'm going through this work to make decent thumbnails. If I just posted, I think I have to, though, for new people. And I don't mind doing it. It doesn't take that long to do. Thumbnails aren't that difficult to do. I just snap a picture and then add in my Snowrunner logo. And I didn't want to copy Snowrunner logo, so I made my own for Pure Snowrunner. Well, there we go. So what is the next one? I think it's across the map, so we won't need this. Detach, delete, and recover, and leave. Because we will be needing a long log, I believe. Yeah, 4 long logs. 4. And then 2 medium logs. The 2 mediums I'm not too concerned about, but the 4 long ones, that's going to suck. That means I'm going to need 2 trucks. That's what that means. So anyway, I want to thank everybody for watching. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to drop them down below. Check out the description. There is a link to my Twitch channel if you're so inclined to watch. And that's live stuff over there. And a tip jar, essentially, for fan mail. I guess I call it fan mail, but you can do whatever you want with it. You can send me things, but please don't be inappropriate with your items. Thank you so much, and we'll see you all in the next video. Bye, everybody.